slippery floor.
Marble slick. Your damn car cut my jacket.
I'm a dealer. I'll buy you another one.
You feel pretty confident as you go down the hall and you guys have your flashlights. You look out the windows, and you can see where your car is parked on the backside. And you look down and you look out into the misty night now. The rains have stopped and mist is starting to arise. And it looks like a late night in Arkham. And you don't see any sign of other cars or anything else near your car. So there's that.
You appear to be in.
And you also have a +1 related to anything about the car or someone seeing the car, or that kind of situation. So, can you please remind me of that if we get to that?
Okay.
Alright, we're going to go to the archaeology wing.
Alright, you go over there, and you do see the office of Dr. Armitage. You see the office of Dr. Rice and of Dr. Maryland. And then you see a place that says restricted section.
That's where I want to go.
You go to the restricted section, you put the key into the door, and you begin to turn it, and you hear a voice behind you all of a sudden. I wouldn't do that if I were you, son.
Yeah.
And you guys spin around and put your flashlights on, and there's an old man standing there in the hallway. And he says, "Would you just shoot an old man in cold blood?" Oh,
Do you.
I suppose you would.
I gesture
Who are you?
to lower the
I don't take it. I put it back in.
Henry, Dr. Henry Armitage.
You're Rupert's co-worker.
I worked with Rupert.
Do you know what he was studying?
Yes. He studies, just as I do, language is not just thought dead, but thought fake. And, well, I suppose you're here for his effects.
And your reason for being here at this hour? I apologize for the firearm. You startled me.
No, I assumed as much that someone would come for his effects. You can shoot me, son, but how should I know that you're here in good faith for Rupert? He was a good man. He did the best he could since he started working here.
He's my uncle.
Hang on, I'm confused. Where have you been for the past hour?
He's just came out of his office. You can kind of look at the door and tell he's been inside the office.
What do you know of Rupert's condition?
I know Rupert was dying. If you're here, I assume he's passed on.
Well,
You assume correct. Unfortunately. He passed earlier this evening.
I can't allow you to go in that room.
Why not?
There are things in that room that everything you think you know about our world,
The lurkers, the jinns, we are aware.
there are things you're not aware of. You can make you can use one of your features as a grifter or as a crooked, or you could do a manipulate someone check. Because you asked for something. You asked to.
I can ask what it takes.
Oh, go ahead.
Or I can ask what it takes to manipulate somebody, and you have to answer. But right now, I don't see of anything that I need to manipulate to get out of him. I need to get into this room, and I don't understand what he's going to do to stop me or why he's going to stop me. I understand the kind of going back into character. I was sent here from my uncle to deal with the subjects that pertain that are behind this door. Why is what you say different than what my uncle would send me to take care of?
Your uncle would never have you go behind that. But I can bring you to his office if you don't shoot me.
treat you?
Like I stated, I apologize for the initial outburst. It's been an uneasy evening.
Oh,
I imagine I still have like blood stains on my vest and my shirt, like because I'm sure that the rain didn't just magically make it clean again. Like there's still like blood, all like
Henry,
stained blood all over my shirt.
He's like, I see. Yes, well, I knew this day would happen eventually. Rupert's office is just here. He goes out in front of you, like he steps towards you, and then he turns left and it says Dr. Rupert Meriwether. And he opens the door, and you see this door opens. It's windowless in here, and there are stacks of papers, and it just looks insane. There are all sorts of weird symbols on the walls, and different things. Like it looks like that whole thing where you've got like strings, like trying to draw connections to things. And and there are a bunch of books and documents here.
I would actually like to look for any symbols or characters in relation to translation for whatever that is. Whatever's on the book.
I'm not sure I would have left the restricted door.
He sees that and he's like, I don't have a gun, son. You have a key. If you open that door, well, I tried to warn you. What would happen?
Is there anything locked in that room? Like any creatures in that room? Is that why you're trying to keep us out of there? Or is it just information?
Sometimes the information is worse than the creatures that it talks about. Whatever you find in that room, I don't think you'll be coming out the same. And I don't think you'll be alive for long.
There's too much at stake for us to play childish games.
You open the door and you see when you open the door to this room, and you see Dr. Armitage back away, and he says, I tried to warn you. I tried. And he just starts to limp like rapidly away down the hall. And I'll tell you what the room looks like. The room is of much older design, and it's clear that no one comes in here. It is also windowless. The door mechanism itself is double barred. So you have a door, and then you have a door behind the door. So you're able to get the first door open, and then you have this like iron barred door. And then you use the key on that, and it goes in instead of out. And on the inside, all of the furniture there looks old, like pre-Victorian. Like it looks like it's from another time. And there are books there that have really old binding. Everything is like very well bound, as if those tomes and books were, this is the one of its kind. And some have chains across them.
I'm gonna go in with him now that it's open. We've opened Pandora's box at this point. And I'm gonna see if I can't start searching these bookshelves for anything labeled under lurkers.
You see books that the catalogs, that would probably be the thing you check first.
Yeah.
Is the index catalogs. It's in an old text, much of it handwritten, and in old cursive. Sometimes, like you can actually see on the index card, you'll see card, and then all of a sudden you get to a card, and the cursive becomes shakier and shakier until it's no longer discernible, and then it trails off. And then you go to the next card, and it's perfectly fine in a completely different handwriting. And card, and then like it trails off all of a sudden, and then it has like mad gibberings on it. Card, different writing. And
The writing's so mad.
The writing.
I think whatever they were writing about drove them mad.
The titles of the books are all in old languages. They're in Greek, Aramaic, but they're Latinized. So it's stuff like you do see a book that says Necronomicon. You see a book that says. Let me find it.
2 suggestions for the group. First one is, if this kind of spooky stuff is real, then we might want to heed his warning and keep our knowledge limited to what it is that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Which
Don't
leads
just
to
go
my
scrolling freely.
which leads to my second suggestion, which would be to try to maybe match up the runes on the box to help find what we're looking for.
You do find a book in Latin, Vermias Mysterious.
That's the one that they were talking about.
In the
That's
letter.
the one we need to find. That's the one we need to read.
Does it say in there where it is?
Yeah, you definitely know where it is.
Is it chained up by? Is it like a chained book? Like you said, some of them were chained.
You're able to find the key and mechanism.
Oh.
You're able to find the way to unlock it, but it is definitely chained up.
I think we need to be very, very careful. Because I think these books are what drove what I like to show them the examples of the cards. I think these books may have driven them mad. I think that's what he was trying to warn us about.
The knowledge in these books are scarier than the creatures that they speak about.
Because whatever is in this book is 100% true. That is my belief.
Okay, who knows
So
Latin?
we choose no one. So we choose to keep our knowledge based in what we're dealing with. Don't go straying, and perhaps he said that his research, he was looking for a way to destroy this. It wouldn't be in this room.
No.
He wouldn't have come in here.
No.
It would be in his office.
Yes.
So
We leave the book.
we leave
the
these
book.
alone. These
Okay.
the knowledge that are in these books is probably best to be left untouched by man.
Yes.
I agree, because if he was looking for something, he would have checked this book many years ago.
Well, this is the book that drove them to first try to summon this djinn.
Right, but if we summoned a demon, the first place that I would look to try to kill it would be the book that tells you how to summon them.
Yeah.
Unless he was just too scared to look at the book.
He was too scared to even return to the house.
Yeah. Whatever's in the house.
Maybe we
is
take this
terrifying.
one book with us.
It's the book. I'm smiling at us.
It's fine. I'm having a great time.
Is the book like chained to the bookshelf, or is it just like chained shut, and I can like remove the book while it's still chained?
It has a lock mechanism. You're confident that you can get it and open it. It has a lock mechanism that's covering the binding, and then there is chained in a section. There's a section that's chained up to access it. You'll have to take what are those things called?
Crowbar?
No. Thing that moves left or right. I can't think what they're called, but it's chained up, and then you'll get the lock off and the chain, and then open it, and then access the book like a lattice, the thing that slides left and right.
Okay.
My thought is we go in the office, see if we can find his research that he stated he was doing. After we deal with this entire situation, we come back and we destroy everything. This knowledge needs to be lost.
I would.
I like that idea.
But what if something else comes through? What if some other young idiot like them tried to summon stuff?
That's
And
why
That's
we
why we
destroy
get
it.
rid of the book.
We destroy the means. and
As you
there's
said,
no
that
way-
book is the reason that this entire thing is
True.
So, let's back out of the room. I mean, y'all make your own choices and relock the door.
Yeah.
And we'll go into the office.
How do you relock the door?
Oh, great.
Key! Use the key!
Yeah. I mean,
Make sure you lock both.
as I get it, I shut the door and
The iron bar door and then the
Yeah.
outer door.
yeah.
feel like we just screwed up somehow.
We walked into the very scary, dangerous room and said, maybe we shouldn't have done this.
The room that Neil was trying to warn us not to go into.
Mister, can you come back now? We're ready to listen.
No indication of him.
He said, bye!
Rupert's office is open. You got all the documents.
I'm still keeping an eye out for any shadowy figures. In any direction. He's leaving the door that we just
Every
locked.
3 minutes, he's like, I'm still looking. I'm still looking.
You both get a +1 related to... Actually, yours is seeing other threats.
Yes.
Like unknown threats. Yours is for the getaway avenue. Escape, yeah.
Alright, so let's go into the office, and I want to take out the book, walk around, look at the papers, they'll start writing on the walls, and see if I can't match something.
You find symbols that are like those on the book, or on the box.
Okay, I want to... Is it on paper?
It's
Or
on the walls, like it's like on a chalkboard.
Okay, we gotta find out what these are.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to start looking through like his documents and his orders in regards to Jinn and actually in more regards to lurkers, since that's what he called them.
What are you doing?
I was going to do the same thing.
Alright, then I'm gonna go to the door, and I'm gonna keep a lookout.
Wait, what are you doing?
Just kind of skimming through papers and books and stuff for any mention of Jinn or lurker.
I imagine like I put my shotgun down and was leaning against a because it'd be kind of hard to like hold a shotgun and like look at papers.
Oh,
So,
no,
like,
I'm
I
going
put
to hang on to my rifle, you know?
it's like within hand's reach. And I'm keeping it with me, so as I move around the room, I carry the shotgun with me. But like when I start looking through books and whatnot, I put the gun down and like look through a book and open it up and whatnot.
I'm standing in the doorway so I can see down the hallway both ways. And
Okay. You would read a bad situation.
okay.
You would help out. You do help out, and then let me know the help out.
8.
Okay, 8. All right, you can pick one of the read a bad situation questions.
Also 8 on the help out.
All right. I think you do help find some documents. But as you're searching through stuff, you accidentally knock over a stack of things. It makes a huge noise.
So as soon as those fall, I'm going to hand him whatever I found that has the mention of the Jinn or the lurker, and I'm going to join him at the door to...
It's more like a body of research, like here's a big stack of papers. You can investigate a mystery.
I'm gonna.
Do I
Ask,
get-
You can add +1.
Plus one, okay.
+1.
I'm gonna ask what's the best way out. If we get into trouble, how can I get to the car the fastest?
Yeah. You see a
12.
and this is new for these kind of buildings. You see a fire escape, and you know that you can get directly to the car if something happens.
Good.
You got a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay. You can ask anything you want. I have to answer.
Is there anything specific I should ask about?
Oh, what pertaining to what?
You were at, but it's about the lurker.
Yeah, it's about the lurkers. I would say I'd ask like how to kill it or get rid of it or banish it from this realm of
You
existence.
find that Dr. Rupert has in fact
That's
worked
what we're
very
looking for.
That's
hard.
what we're looking for.
He's worked very hard to figure that out, and he has figured it out.
Hell yeah.
But he didn't have the guts to go do it.
Okay.
Something kept him from ever being willing to go do it.
Okay.
You find these. And
Okay. These look like an exorcism of some. Yeah. So I suspect that we're going to have to draw that on the floor.
Well, I'm going to tell you because he has his notes, and I'll tell you exactly what Rupert thinks.
Yeah.
Rupert thinks that you will need to draw that on the floor.
This is an exorcism of some kind, or banishment.
Like you'll need to
Chant.
draw that symbol on the floor of the cabin. Someone will need to chant that in Latin, and then you'll need to find the dust of Ibn Ghazi. Because what happens is the lurker will be drawn back into the cabin. Mm-hmm. It's bound to the house, but it's able to leave, cause mayhem, and always has to go back until this person dies. At some point, it's going to be released. Maybe it doesn't know yet, or maybe it's just a matter of time. So, but it always has to go back to the house. There are runes on the house that have bound it and kept other things out and it in. And if those runes are destroyed, things can get in the house to help it, like other malevolent spirits possibly. So you got to draw the circle, make sure the house remains intact, chant that, and then it will be summoned to the circle, but it's invisible, and you can't kill it, you can't hurt it. So you use the dust in order to see it, and then you can hurt it.
But so this is just to summon it to the circle. This doesn't banish it.
You're going to banish it by destroying it.
Okay, so we're going to banish it by filling it full of lead.
Yes.
Okay.
But it won't work unless you can get it bound to one place and
visible.
Hit it with the dust.
Visible. You hit it with the dust. And it's going to take a little while to inscribe the circle and say that all that stuff.
So we should probably have at least one. Like, there's something else out there that's I think trying to help it. I think we should probably get to Ross's corner as fast as possible to make sure it doesn't destroy the house or the runes on there. That's going to help us out. And then we draw that on the floor, and we also need to find this dust.
Where's the dust? Any dust? Just magic dust?
What was it called?
The dust of Ibn Ghazi.
The dust of Ibn Ghazi.
Ibn Ghazi.
Ibn Ghazi.
We noticed dust in the restricted room.
Dust.
You did not. You saw books and cards.
Okay, so we need the dust of Ibn Ghazi. We need to draw that on the floor. Then we need to chant this in Latin, which is going to be a tough one. Since I don't think anyone here speaks Latin.
Pig Latin.
Platu Verantad.
Spiritus Mundus.
Alright,
and then we throw the dust at it.
What is it with demons always wanting Latin? What? I mean,
we spray the dust on it to make it visible, and we fill it full of lead.
I like that part.
And while the circle and the runes on the house remain intact, we're good to go. But if the runes get destroyed on the house, or a circle gets as obvious as when the circle gets destroyed, it is free to leave the circle and cause mayhem. Because that's how it killed one of the guys.
Yeah, we need to get to the house to keep that from happening.
Yeah, and
we've got to find the dust. It said nothing of...
No, it's just a Latin incantation and then the Latin English. Like it's a translation of it. Translation of...
There's no containers or anything like that that could contain the dust in this room.
Yeah,
is there?
There's no dust in the room, is there? No magic dust.
You look...
an urn, a container, a
flask.
flask.
It mostly looks like this room is full of documents.
I checked for like false backs in like the drawers of his desk and like cabinets and false bottoms and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's just turn this room upside down.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing in the box.
You're going to take time to turn the room upside down.
I think we gotta have to.
We gotta find the dust.
Yeah.
Well, it could be in one of the other professor's rooms. If it's not visibly seen in this, let's go look at the two other doctors' offices because we haven't gone in there yet.
Okay. Rice and Armitage.
Split the
We're
party.
gonna split up.
You guys shake down the other rooms. I'll shake down this room.
Yeah. Go check Dr. What's one of their names?
Armitage or Rice?
Go check out Rice. You go check Dr. Arbitos. And I will go back and forth between the rooms
And
with the
keep
Tommy
guard.
gun. Keep guard. Watch over both of you.
I have my shotgun as well.
Plan.
Unless you're metagaming. You're the tough guy. Do you want to keep watch? And I'll look?
I can do that.
Or, well, it's just you. We just need to make a decision and go
Yeah,
with it.
I'll do that because I can always glance out the window
And keep
if
track
I
of
need
the car.
to because I've got that.
Yep, so that's what we'll do. I'll go to Dr. Arbitos.
Armitages?
Armitage, and you're going to go to Rice.
Rice.
Okay. Let's start with Rice.
Okay.
You go to Dr. Rice's room. It's locked. You're able to
Pick it.
pick it and get it open. You go inside and you see a very well orderly, well kept room. It's quite bare. And on a cursory inspection, what you find is also very boring. Now, the documents that Dr. Rice has all have to do with translations. They all have to do with the translation of dead languages. That's obviously what she specializes in.
We've got translation for Latin here.
We already got it?
Yeah, we already got the Latin translation, but it has to be spoken in Latin. That's what he was saying. Do I see anything in regards to the ruins of the box in there?
Investigate a mystery.
Do I get? I don't get +1 to that because he's not helping out this time.
I don't think so.
Okay. Be good to me. 6, 7,
Not bad.
9.
9. Yeah, you can ask about that if you want. It's any one of the questions on investigate mystery.
Pull it up. 7, 9. What happened here? What's our
You can be about the box. Yeah.
Actually, first of all, I want to know if, like, primarily, do I see any?
You don't find anything about the dust.
Okay. Then, do I find anything in regards to the box?
You do. You find that she had been asked to translate it a long time ago. It leads you back to Rupert's office, where the translation was kept through the correspondence, and you find that this is the translation of the runes.
Okay, so the runes are Seeker of Wisdom, Servant, Son of Yugur, Yog, Setheth, Deliverer of the People, Slaves of the Water, Bearer of the Spirits of Narlathotep.
You say that out loud?
He's reading it to me.
I'm reading it to them.
You say that out loud, and all of a sudden you have a terrible headache.
Oh no!
You feel like something is like speaking directly into your mind.
I really shut up before I say the rest of
Your
it.
vision starts to blur.
I do not finish the sentence.
You lose 1 sanity point as you wake up on the floor later with
Get up! Get up!
Arthur checking on you, a trickle of blood coming down your nose.
Do not read that. Do not read that out loud.
But
It's what that says. And I point to the box.
And that caused the...
Yes!
Shit, son.
I have the blood away from my nose.
Alright, just tuck that in your pocket, and I wouldn't do whatever you did. I'm gonna go check on Tom.
Or no, you were investigating the other room.
No, because
I
I
was
went to
keeping
him. I went back to him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I, I went to you to tell you what this means, and then I started reading it, and I passed out.
Oh, that's... I was playing as I was the one walking back and forth, but I forgot we switched.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
quickly
I
put
had
this
that in my head
pocket.
wrong. I apologize.
Did we get the did you do a roll for the patrol part?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do read a bad situation, but this time it's for inside the building.
Six total. I rolled a
Do you...
five.
because I don't want to steal that scene, do you want to reenact finding him on the floor?
Oh, yeah.
No, but I mean, it didn't really matter which room you were in. He would have ran to the room that you were in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I have had... Since we split and we searched both rooms at the same time, he found that and then came to me. What did I find in the meantime?
And you went over and see that he's like that. We'll get to your room. You get to mark XP. And
I don't mark
you guys
XP
let
for
me
that,
know
do I?
if you get a level. Like, let me know, because we'll level up mid-session if you get that much XP. Okay. Dr. Armitages.
Yeah,
Armitage.
Okay. You open that. Let me get another thing to track. His office is it's well decorated.
Yeah,
There's a clock inside. It's working.
The clock that's working.
Like you hear, like as you go inside.
And would this be at the time? I mean, clocks weren't run on batteries back then. Would that have to have been wound?
Yes. Yeah.
Would the winding last 24 hours?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then that wouldn't be out of the.
Yeah, they could make them work really well, like because the watchmakers used to be able to. They had these really intricate mechanisms, and I mean, heck, they work better than they do now. You know?
Yeah.
To be honest.
But see, that's what I was wondering. Would the clock have stopped working sometime after all the people left the building? But no, I guess it would have kept working till the next morning when they come in. So the clock working, huh?
You have to wind them though. That's right.
Speaking of clocks, mine's broken.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So that wouldn't be unusual.
Dr. Armitage's office. The desk is mahogany. It's very nice. You see cigarettes, and you see where he has failed to clean out his ashtray. He smokes a lot. You can tell. You can smell the tar on the walls. There is a closet to the left as you're looking into the room. And then there's stacks of files. It's fairly organized. There's also a little library of books. All the books look pretty well mundane. In fact, they're just collections of classic literature, mostly.
Okay. First thing, I'm looking around to see if I see dust or containers that I can search in to see if they hold that or not.
Okay, you look through the documents and books. How long do you spend looking through the documents? And I'm going to pause there. Actually, we were doing a read a bad situation. I don't think I got the. Did we?
I'll mark experience.
Ah, that's right. You got 6. Okay, never mind. Okay, everything's fine here.
I'm just, recovering from a nasty headache.
I think I would have spent the amount of time looking through the documents until I heard the thud.
Until you heard me,
Okay. You don't find anything in the documents in that case. Yeah.
Okay. So
Actually, I'm sorry. Investigate a mystery. Let's see. It's hard enough. So.
what sharp? 6.
6. Yeah, you do not. You can mark X. Then you hear a thud and go and check on him.
Yep. You tell me not to read the thing.
You just don't read it out loud. I don't know if you can read it. Just don't read it out loud.
Okay.
But just in this area, be very careful what you read, especially when you read out loud, because that thing is obviously cursed, whatever it is, or cursed, or invokes the power of something. And I don't really want to learn what that something is.
We've got to find out. I saw no dust. Did you find dust?
I did not find dust. I found your translation for the box, and then I came to tell you, and I was reading it, and it went wonky. I got a massive headache, and then I collapsed. Could the dust be at the house?
They did say that they left some of their belongings at the house.
Yes.
Possibly.
Dust could be at the house.
All seems clear still.
Seems to be.
All right. Well, so we seem to have a second. Spend 5 more minutes, rummage through a couple more documents in each one of these rooms, see if there's any notes on dust or where it might be, its history. If we fail there, just move on to the house, and we'll deal with this abomination.
Abominations.
Okay, who's checking what?
I'm going to return back to Dr. Forgive me, I can't remember the
Armitage.
name.
Armitage.
Armitage.
So you've checked the documents, and then you've got a closet. It's locked, but you're able to unlock it.
Okay.
You look inside the closet and you see it looks like almost like a large ornate jewelry box. It's very out of place. It is some sort of old antique. It has like a gold trim and like trellises and stuff, almost oriental in design, and it is got a lock on it. It has an exotic appearance.
Hey, Tom, come here for a second.
Okay. What's up?
This box. Does that look like... Almost looks like made by the Chinese.
Tom, you can clearly see he's wrong. It just looks like it's a foreign box, but it's not Chinese.
You said Orientals, I thought. But, yeah, my character's wrong.
Okay.
There was in the paranoia. He almost died reading the letter. I kind of want to open it, but I'm kind of like a child and scared. There's also the Oriental wing.
Armitage's office, is it also no windows?
Yeah, because it's on that side. Yeah, there would be a window there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So
I'm
I'm
just,
going to point the box, like the way it opens, away from me and towards the back wall, and open it and just kind of step back toward the door. Hopefully you're towards the door too.
You would make where are you pointing it?
To the opposite wall of where the door is.
Make a use magic check.
oh,
Oh. Weird was one of my dumb stats. 4. Uh-oh. I'm feeling horror and magic does not mix
You can mark
very well.
XP. You immediately, the room lights up. And,
just by your boot.
Oh, I don't want to get it.
My bad. I interrupted the whole game.
the room lights up like a flash all of a sudden, and you just feel yourself almost electrocuted, and your eyes roll back in the back of your head as this thing is harming you. You take one arm, it ignores armor, and you lose 1 sanity point.
I'm sorry, man.
Let go of the box.
I didn't have to do it. I just did it. 1 harm and 1 sanity.
If upon seeing him get electrocuted, if I tried to shove him off of a box, like
You just see a flash of light, and then you see him standing there like this.
I wasn't
The
even
box
touching
is
the
still
box.
closed.
I just opened it and stepped back and then...
oh, all right, you all right there? That looks fun.
Whee!
All right, well, now that the box is open and he's been
It is
electrocuted.
not open.
Oh,
It would automatically close back?
I assume you dropped
you
it
were
when
trying to open it, and
That
this
was-
is what happened.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I didn't fully open it. Maybe leave that one alone.
But what if it has our dust?
that's. Yep. All right.
Hey,
I'm gonna get
take it with
my
us.
Tommy gun rifle, and I'm gonna try to tilt it up with the tip of my gun.
Make a use magic check.
I bet.
We take it to the house and let the thing open it.
Plus,
It might just
great,
fill
I
with
have a
dust and then we're
-1.
screwed. Or whatever's inside. Oh.
5.
Better not, God.
It's still a failure.
The same thing happens. All of a sudden, you have like a bright flash of light. It does not open for you. You take 1 harm and lose 1 sanity.
I see this happen to both of them. I pick the box up
It's like a flashback.
and put it back in the closet.
What do you put back?
The box. I put it back in the closet.
Yeah. Okay.
And I shut the door. And I lock it.
You all hear something down the hallway as well.
I make sure I grab my shotgun. I poke my head around the door, like shotgun up to ready to see what I see down there.
It's much far to the end, like they're not up the stairs yet, but you can hear footsteps and dancing shadows. You can see.
Dancing
There are
shadows?
people. You can see like
Okay,
lights.
okay, people.
Yeah, and you can see they're carrying lights, and you can see it. coming
Okay,
up
we've
the
attracted some
steps.
attention. There's people coming up the stairwell. They got lights.
Yeah, let's just hope they left the gopher dust at the house.
Gopher dust? Okay.
That's what I'm going to call it.
Benghazi.
Do we?
I say we dip.
Do we want to dip or see who these people are?
I mean, you two tried that box. It didn't work out well for either one of you. I don't think I can open that box.
Yeah, I think that thing's just cursed, like that paper.
Yes. You don't read the papers. Be careful what you read. I suspect that's what happened in the locked room, the bad room. Like, if they were doing the same thing to me or to them as this paper
We've got
did to me.
seconds.
If we were to
Okay,
exit,
let's go.
would we have to go past the people that are coming up the stairs?
Well, you identified a fire escape.
Let's take
I know,
fire
but I'm
escape.
saying if we
Otherwise,
went,
you would need to go back down the hallway toward them.
oh, okay, then yeah, I'll open the window and head toward the fire escape.
You're able to extend the fire escape and make it down toward the car. You can see flashlights in the windows above, and you make it down to the car.
Can I also say that after the three of us got out of the window onto the fire escape, that we shut the window back?
Sure. Nonetheless, you can see lights, and you do think that you see the fedora silhouette by the light, dark figure in the window. You make it to the car, and you're able to turn the car on. And
Is there another
Hey
car in the
Floyd, does
parking
that
lot?
look like one of the figures you saw outside the hospital?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any other cars in the parking lot?
Nope.
So they must have walked here from somewhere.
Or they came in from some other way.
Or they came in from another way. Yes.
Alright, well, let's head to the house.
Do the spooky house.
Let's go.
All right.
I do have my shotgun. I'm just making sure that I did pick it up when we left. I didn't leave it
I
leaning
don't think
against
we
the
would have
door.
took the time to have stowed them back in the trunk.
No, like I just like chucked it in the back with me. I was like shotgun's in my lap right now. The shotgun's right. Shotgun's
You
with me.
take the road out of Arkham to the east toward Worcester. That's right, this is in Massachusetts. I kept saying that
Rochester?
Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Is it Worcester?
I don't know.
Or, it's late at night now, and there's a mist
Night.
everywhere where the rain has stopped falling, and the moon is starting to collect the mist. It's a dim moon, and it's not a well lit night. And then on the road, all of a sudden you hear, you see lights on the road behind you, and they're following you. What do you do?
It could
I'm
be.
going to. Let's see. This is like inner city, right?
No, you had to turn off on a country road in order to get to
Okay, so
Rochester.
we're on a country road.
No.
Would I know the roads at all? I would say I would circle the block to see if they follow me.
So you're on a rural road, so you take a path and see if they follow you down.
Yeah,
that
a
road.
path that would lead back around and see if they follow us all the way around.
Take a residential rural route. Make it to the right. You happen to know that loops back out onto another road, and they do indeed turn onto the residential road. You know that there's no way that someone who was on this road would be out at night.
Alright, guys, we got somebody following us.
You hear the engine revving behind you as they start to close the distance.
Alright, this car's pretty quick. We can try to outrun them, or we can go gangster and Tommy gun out the window.
And just as you say that, all of a sudden, this happens. The back part of your Studebaker gets shot out, and
Okay.
Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him! And I'm gonna book it.
I start hanging out the side of the car.
Tommy gun. Yeah,
You got the shotgun.
I got a shotgun, but is it close enough for shotgun range?
Just make sure you don't hang out the same side of the car as him.
Yeah. No, I want to be like looking out the back, like shot out.
Oh
the window.
yeah.
You have
Seven in the back
pistol,
seat.
don't you?
I have a pistol and a shotgun. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to.
How close is this vehicle to us?
It is now within 20 feet.
Okay, I have my shotgun and I'm leveling it at the driver.
Roll
at
that
the driver's
radiator
side.
up.
Yeah. I'm leveling it at the engine. Boom!
Okay, you're going to try to take out the engine block.
Yeah.
With the shotgun. What are you doing?
I'm driving. I'm trying to pull away.
And I'm going to spray the entire cab full of lead.
Alright, guys, I'm going to swerve to try to avoid any additional gunfire.
Can you hold still?
Take the help out action.
Oh.
Oh.
5. Nothing. You find that it's making it harder for them to hit. But the car is staying right on you. These dark figures and fedoras are leaning out the car.
You keep it still.
You're shooting at the engine block, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say that that's actually you can call that help out or act under pressure. You're trying to improve the situation.
We're gonna act under pressure.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
7, 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
All right, you shoot the engine block out, and it ignites, and all of a sudden the car starts to catch flame, even though it's been following you. You know that the time is limited, and you're going to end up needing to stop.
You can outlast these guys.
I would not. I didn't think about it. Probably too late now, but the cans that I saw before, I wouldn't have took one of those with me.
Cans?
Yeah,
like trash cans at the.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I mean, yeah.
Why are you
That's
trash
not
in the car?
helpful now.
Let's see. So you're trying to actually pepper with the Tommy gun the actual drivers. Kick some ass. Let's see.
Choking on
I
the
shot
cigar.
the engine. The engine's on fire now.
Hellbound didn't happen, so it's just raw kick ass. 7. You were actually able to hold them off, but unfortunately, let's see, how much harm does your Tommy gun do?
Do I have? Oh, it's on the
Should be 3.
3.
2?
Oh, unless it's an assault. Is it a submachine gun or an assault?
Submachine gun.
2.
2. You take 2 harm as you
Ooh,
actually.
but it has the auto. It has the
Yeah.
auto.
Submachine gun, 3 harm, close, area, loud.
Well, you didn't.
Reload.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, we got different submachine guns.
Oh, interesting. Well, it doesn't matter. But remind me later. This is what happens. You pepper them with 45, and they swerve off the road, and the car slams into a tree, and ignites in fire, and you guys are driving down the road away from it.
So did you take harm from that?
And you did. You took 3. Is it 2 harm? 2 harm. You took 2 harm.
Oh, I took 2 harm.
Yeah. And you realize as you pull back into the cab and you do that you've got a bullet wound in your shoulder and you're bleeding. You feel dizzy.
I'm going to take out my first aid kit.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Yeah, I have a medic. Medic ability. I have a first aid kit. I roll plus full on a 10 plus. The patient is stabilized and heals 2 harm.
Right. You guys are driving down this road at night in the mist, and you're trying to get away still, and you're just barely trying to miss stuff in the mist, but you guys get the speed up.
Yeah,
Right.
Like after you get 3 harm,
Wind's
mark is
blowing through
unstable.
the shattered glass and the open windows and the doors.
Oh, okay.
And he's in the back seat, kind
I
of
see.
spasming, and he's trying to hold the wind down and stop the bleeding.
Oh crap. 8.
8. So what is the result for that?
7 to 9, heal 1 harm or stabilize injury.
So you can either stabilize him or heal 1 harm.
I would say I'd stabilize.
What is your harm at?
Well, he's not.
It'll be 3 right now.
Okay, so that's all the harm you have. Okay, so yeah, you're just dizzy right now.
So it's like is he in danger of bleeding out right now?
Um,
Like stabilizing. What would stabilizing do right now?
Right. No, actually, I would say that you could actually heal one harm and put into 2 harm if you guys took time. So if you did nothing else but hold the wound down like it stopped the bleeding,
Yeah.
you'll stop the bleeding and it won't get worse.
Okay.
But you'll
So
also
if
heal one harm.
if I don't stop the bleeding, he's going to continually get worse.
Or you could do something else, but he won't get 1 harm back, but he's not going to keep bleeding because you succeeded on it. You got that,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could either, if you want to do something else, he'll be stable, but you won't get 1 harm back.
So I'm going to continue to take harm from this wound. Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't think so. No, it'll just be your effect is you're dizzy. So I might give you a -1 to step.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, you can either get rid of the dizzy or get rid of the 1 harm.
Right, but you can get rid of the dizzy too, but you just can't do anything else. You have to attend to him and put pressure on the wound to stop the bleeding.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm attending to him. So that would heal 1 harm and stop the dizzy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So I've got 2 harm.
What are you doing? All right, I'll tell you what's going on. You
Thank
pull out into an open road. You realize you're a little bit off track. You're going to have to turn down another road and backtrack to try to get back. Or you'll have to turn around and go back and look.
So I knew picking medic would be useful.
I want to avoid going back around to where they would be. So
I'm like, is there any how quickly someone could die?
It takes you almost midnight to get to Ross's Corner as a result. It's about 10:45 p.m. at night. But you do get to Ross's Corner, and you see all these old buildings. You see an old church, a milk farm, and an old country road leading off from Ross's Corner. See the Ross's Corner, population 40.
okay.
I thought
Does that deed have an address or did?
Ah, yes it does. Oh. Would you be so kind to get the deed from the box? My arm is hurting.
Kind of shot up. 1332 Rural Road, Boone Road, Ross's Corner.
Rural Boone Road?
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, it would definitely have to be that rural road that leads off into the farms.
Alright. I'll take.
Assuming it's on the intersection of Rural Road and Boone Road. That's what that's trying to say?
No, it's its own thing. The rural road address. So the Boone Road is where he currently lives.
Oh, because that just says, it has Rural Road, comma, Boone Road.
Oh, that's my mistake. It should just be 1332 Rural Road.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, all of a sudden in the mist in the night on the road, the dusty road in Ross's Corner, a woman steps out in front of the car, make an act under pressure check.
Run her over!
No.
This broad's in our way.
I got a +1 while driving. I rolled a 10, and I get a +1 per cool for 12 total.
Nice.
All right. Not only can you avoid hitting her, but you can do something else cool. What else is that would help you all? Cars and transform.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is I tip my hat as we're going past her. Just doing like
Sideways.
dirt road drift around her and be like, ma'am. That's really the only thing I can think of. I don't
So
know
when
if there
you
would be
corner her?
anything that would help
Yeah.
us in any
I mean,
way.
I'm assuming she's running out because she would probably need help.
No, it
Most people
sounds
don't
like
run
a-
in front of a car. Most people don't. Usually one of two reasons.
Suicide.
Or do they need help? Yeah.
Yeah, one or the other.
All right.
At that point, I mean, would we be anywhere close to the house at that point?
You're still in Ross's Corner when this happens. The house is about 2 miles away. It's just out in the farm nearby. Okay.
I'm just going to play dumb and not assume that it's anything bad because we're quite a distance from the house and keep on going.
All right. You drive down this rural road at night. You can hear the crunching of stone and sediment under the car's tires as you slow down and come up to a misty farm. The farm, you guys can pick minis.
Ooh.
And then
I was gonna pick
reconstruct our
Oh, I'm
whole-
sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you take it in.
No, I'll take this one. You be this guy.
I'll be the little girl. No, I'm just kidding.
Now you can have him. I'll be this guy.
That one?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be.
Okay. These are for right now. This is going to change, to be honest. This is currently a barn. Okay, this is not here. You have woods on the back of the house, and then you've got a house.
So this is the barn?
No, this is the barn.
This is the barn. This is not here.
Yeah,
this
it's non-existent. Okay, I would say... First of all, I want to see to make sure that the runes on the exterior of the house... That's where they were, right? The exterior. Make sure they're all still intact.
You do, in fact, see runes carved onto the front top of the house.
They all look out intact?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're good on the runes. No one's been here to destroy the runes yet.
I think somebody needs to watch the rooms, because if those rooms go away,
We're screwed.
We're
We're big screwed. Set my character.
How about
right
this?
here.
When whoever draws the trap circle thing, draw it within line of sight of the door, the front door that we enter through. I'll stand watch to make sure the runes don't get disturbed, and when the thing comes, one of y'all can throw the dust on it, and I can shoot at it through the door.
First, we gotta find.
We gotta
dust.
find the dust.
Yes.
Yes.
Just make it plain.
No, I agree.
Yeah, no, I
Let's
agree. Yes.
No, that's a great plan, and we will 100% do that. We've
dust
just
is
got to find the
paramount.
dust.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's here, or maybe we're screwed. We'll have to backtrack.
Should we check the barn first, or check the house first?
I see the barn.
Yeah.
Did the letters detail whether they left the stuff in the barn or the house? Because I don't remember it.
What is
mentioning
the
a
letters?
barn.
It said they left.
I think it's like the third letter.
Correct.
It's more like diary pages than letters.
This was the back letter, so I'm assuming that you.
they're in reverse order basically.
Yeah. So third here.
They're either the second or the third. I don't know which one they were though.
Mariano has acquired an artifact. Egyptian. It appears to be a small box. Inside is a large piece of black amber, which entraps a specimen of some species of arthropods. So this is traps one. Alan is very excited as the box corresponds to a description he found in an ordinary reference volume of the university's library. Alan says that in another book, the Vermis Mysteries, which is the one that has the chains on it,
Which is the one we didn't look at.
yep, is an explanation of the powers of the box. So that book would have explained the powers of the box.
I probably would have told you don't read that out loud.
Probably would. But reading that book, if that hurts you, there's no telling what reading the book would have done
Yeah.
to us. The text says that the small animal trapped in the amber is actually the host of a bound jinn.
Jinn.
Jinn, a guide to the spirit world. Alan says the tome mentions that originally there was four such pieces of amber contained in the box. There is no mention of what happened to the other three. We are agreed, and a date has been set to conduct a ceremony intending to summon the jinn, which Alan assures us will be friendly. It's supposed to be friendly. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was
friendly
friendly.
when it came out.
I don't think it was a
chose
jinn
that
that they had.
Saturday. We began the ceremony. They sat in a circle. I sat in the corner. Alan throws a handful of powder in the fire, producing an evil-smelling smoke and dampening the flames, which now burns, sputtering green and brown. Those seated on the floor began the Latin chant.
Oh, thank you.
Alan
Don't
has
think that's
subscribed
paper we
from
need.
his book. After nearly 2 hours, I see a trail of smoke circling up from a piece of amber. So they chanted this for 2 hours before it happened.
Yeah.
You
So-
don't have to do that.
I hope not.
Its surface seems to be bubbling and melting. Can this be? We have finally achieved success. Can see a form. So
That's
the
not
bubbling. I see a trail of smoke circling up from the piece of amber. Its surface seems to be bubbling and melting. Can this be? So, correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like there was originally 4, and they used the one to summon.
Yeah.
And we have one here. They didn't have all 4 at the time of the summon.
Correct.
Is this the one that used to summon it?
I don't know.
But they said it melted, but maybe it was just during the process and now it's retarded.
Yeah, and then it like rehardened after.
Unless he's found this years later, and this is another.
But then he didn't. But then he. There's no mention of them ever finding even years later of another one.
True. We have finished with our plans. The sheriff accepts them. Since he said that he intends to speak to the scholars, I pray he is successful, but my hopes are not high at this point. He insists that I be a custodian of the gold sarcophagus and not show it to anyone. Where's the gold sarcophagus?
I'm sorry, that should say box.
Oh, this.
Not gold sarcophagus.
Okay.
They don't sell gold sarcophagi at the
Okay. What even more? Still things. So, somebody thinks that the creature can still be destroyed, or Marion is the one who thinks that, or at least dispelled, but none of them who remain have the stomach for such an undertaking. I hope he can find it safely to banish it without another of us falling to its malevolent grip. We now believe the spell we cast is incredible. In something bound to the thing to the house. So the spell that they cast bound it to the house. Alan went back this morning to retrieve some of our belongings and store our ritual accoutrements. He says that he heard it bumping around in the attic over his head, cursing him all the while. He said that it also told him that it only has to wait us out. When he who were present are all dead. It will roam the earth freely, slaughtering and feasting. Thankfully, the warding signs carved by Alan during better times that seem so long ago now, apparently are effective and bar the thing entry except into the attic of the farmhouse. I might be able to sleep a few hours tonight knowing that it is bound to the attic and cannot harm anyone else. I am hopeful for the first time since we stupidly released it from the amber. If it told him the truth, then we have time to seek the answers. God be with you in your search, my friend. So it says that
they're probably in the house.
He went back to the house. It says Alan went back this morning to retrieve some of our belongings and store our ritual accoutrements.
So they must be in the house.
Alan's going to be the one that has the dust.
Alan's dead.
Where was Alan?
Alan died in New Orleans.
We don't have time to go to New Orleans.
No, we don't. No, Alan. Because remember, Alan was when they found stuff carved into his forehead and his tongue was missing.
He died. He died in 1877.
Yeah,
Alan died. That's back when they did the summoning.
They all died in 1877 except for Crawford Harris, who we had not heard about.
So Alan died in 1877 with his tongue cut out and runes stuck in his head? I thought that was recent. I thought that was one of the murders you were investigating.
No, it's a cold case.
That
was old case
that happened August 14th, 1887.
And he died, but he died in New Orleans. He didn't die during the summoning.
Yeah, but this says
Alan
here. Died 1918 or 1877. This is 1887. There's a 10-year discrepancy between dates of when they died. Unless that's not what those dates mean.
New Orleans body of Mr. Allen, late Archimester, was discovered early this morning near the Gulf, a victim of foul play. Yeah, so this doc says that he died in 1887, but down here it has it written that he died in 1877. So there's a 10-year difference.
Yeah.
So he didn't die on it. Or this is not him.
It's one of the two. So either he died 10 years prior and then...
Alright, what are you guys going to do? You're here.
I say we have to check out the house. I mean...
Yeah, let's go check the barn first.
Check the barn, cover our bases. I have my shotgun on me. I made sure it's fully reloaded. A shotgun, my pistol, my first aid kit.
Yep.
I got my BAR.
And I'm checking out the barn cautiously. You got my flashlight. Got the shotgun.
You'll up to the old barn. You can hear the grass crunching underneath your feet as you approach it with your flashlights on on the entrance to the double barn doors. It's an old style New England barn, one that you cannot find in 2021, except hipsters that have made them into houses. And it's a double door, wooden door. So who opens the door?
I guess I will.
All right.
Are you sure you've been shot?
I am hurt. Maybe somebody else touched up. That's your character. You're like, actually, maybe somebody else. Yep.
The last thing I opened hurt me.
Okay, fine. Like, does this door open inwards or outwards?
Outwards.
Outwards. Dang it! I was going to kick it otherwise. Yeah, I have my shot. I have my. Actually, this is going to take kind of. I have my pistol at the ready. And I open the door, pistol at the ready to shoot anyone that comes running out at me.
You hear a squeal and something jumps out of the building, and you're able to make an action. What do you do?
I attempt to shoot whatever it is.
Kick some ass.
I imagine I would fire too.
You may also kick some ass.
7.
7, okay.
10.
10.
I want to see what it is. Shoot.
You guys immediately.
No, I understand your thought process. I do. But since they're both shooting, I got to do something different.
You all immediately just start smoking the place up with bombs and firing all your ammo.
I'm not firing. I released a shot at it. I didn't go bang, 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 bang.
Right. It's a large rodent. It jumps on you and claws your face.
Ow.
You take
1 harm.
1 harm. Yeah, for sure.
Both
But
of us
do
missed
not.
it.
No, you both hit it.
With the BAR, it'd take 3 harm, plus it has auto, so we can make that 4 harm.
Well, it's dead. It's
dead.
It's a raccoon, man.
It's Swiss cheese right now.
It is very dead. But because you got a 10, your hyper vigilance activates, and you can actually make sure that I don't have a bunch of you're very hyper vigilant.
Just like, good job, you killed a rat.
And,
You didn't want to open the door.
add +1 to your next.
I would have been shot tonight.
Pick some ass.
Then I blood puked on me. That's what I had. And I read some bad writing.
All right, there was a raccoon that ran out the door, and you got clawed by it. And what do y'all do now? It's
Did
definitely
you
dead.
see something?
The raccoon is there in a lump, in front of you, very dead at this point.
Very dead. Okay.
Did you see something?
A raccoon.
I reload.
Good job, you both killed a raccoon.
You gotta say that like in a 1920s voice. Good job, you mooks! You killed a raccoon!
Exactly.
I reload my pistol and holster it, and I have my shotgun back, and I go in with my flashlight, and I'm trying to see if there's anything, containers or dust or something that would carry Indian guys use dust. The dust of Indian guys.
You actually can hear, even though it's not windy, you can actually hear the wood creaking in the rafters up above you, and things teetering in there. And you look in, you can see a bunch of old farm implements and farm equipment. You don't see any indication that there would be anything like that. You see some old stakes and post fencing and twine and a lot of dirt, and then you see on the floor in the main part of the barn lots of dead animals, and it smells horrible. You take 1 sanity point loss.
Gosh dang it! I'm going insane.
How many you got left?
3.
Oh, I've been doing this wrong anyways. Roll 2d6 and roll under to see if you can keep it.
Under a 3.
No, what you had before? 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
We're going to use my bad dice for that one.
Yeah.
That's a 6.
A 6. So you did not roll. So you'll be down to 3 now.
Yeah, I'm at 3. I'm going insane, guys.
What does it look like when Floyd starts to
Lose
question
it?
everything? Yeah.
I'm jittery, jumping around, waving my gun around.
Yeah.
I'm clearly making everyone else a little nervous because I'm not really controlling where I'm pointing it. It's like I'm tripping across people,
Yeah.
looking.
Just a raccoon. Calm down.
Yeah, that's all you see in the barn is old farm equipment.
And a lot of dead animals.
A lot of dead animals. And
Did you shoot these two? No. Shut up. I looked this wide-eyed look in my
Did
face.
you say we heard something above us?
Something
Or is it
creaking.
just the barn creaking?
it's the barn creaking.
You sure it's a barn creaking?
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think it's barn creaking. I think there might be something up there. I think you should go check it out.
Who's up there?
You go in the barn?
No, I'm just like pointing my gun at the room. Who's up there?
You don't hear anything. Other than the barn creaking.
You better show yourself. All right.
You should go check it
I
out.
think I scared him away.
I think there's something up there. There's definitely something up there.
All right, I'll go check it out.
You're gonna go in the barn?
We're already in the barn.
No, no one's gone. No one.
I went in the barn and I started going insane.
You went in the barn. I heard you say, "I look in the barn." So.
Oh, okay.
And I looked in the barn.
Yeah, I mean, we need to go in and look for the dust, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow you in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go teetering in.
Oh, okay.
I'm in security guard mode after blasting the raccoon.
You guys,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
kind
stay
of,
outside?
I'm just kind of watching around.
Okay. Do you go in the barn?
No.
I feel like it's a loaded question.
Read a bad situation, and you guys act under pressure.
Oh gosh. We're gonna use my good.
All of a sudden you hear, "Ah!"